The JMC carrying truck, and I call it a truck very deliberately, is quite an anomaly in the South African market because it's certainly much bigger than your standard buckies that you get. Comes with 2.8 litre diesel injection engine that puts out 84 kilowatts, 235 Newton meters of torque. But what is interesting about this truck is, if you look at the size of the load buck, 1.6 ton carrying capacity they call this the short wheelbase version, believe it or not. But it's got that fantastic carrying capacity and load capacity. Drop sides on all three sides, as you can see, flat load area. So this is built to carry a load and built to carry what you want it to carry. So the name carrying really does make sense, doesn't it? You've got a very tough, strong step at the back as well to give you the access to the rear if you're not dropping the sides or dropping the tailgate. Overall, this is a vehicle built to work and carry your loads. Let's see what it's like to get inside it though. Of course, getting into a vehicle like this does involve a bit of a climb and a lift, but it's not difficult. You've got the nice big grab handle over here, and it's a simple swing into the driver's seat like that. Inside the cabin behind the wheel, you're faced with a steering wheel that to car drivers I think is a bit unusual because of the angle, but you kind of almost lean on the steering wheel for driving purposes. Makes it pretty easy. Steering's nice and light, it's not a problem. Instrumentation, basic but very clear, very simple, very easy to see. And if you have a look, and I'm going to mention this now because it is important, this is a pretty new vehicle. Only covered 1,670 kilometers from new, and it certainly, I think, still is in the running in process and running in phase. You come over to the center of the dash and fascia over here, you see you've got your air conditioning on the luxury version, which does apply to the luxury version over here, and a radio CD player as well. Also, what I think is very useful on this vehicle is you've got lots of storage areas and storage places. You can see I've got my phone over there, you've got your ashtray, you've got dual cup holders even. Then you've got a compartment over here for storage, as well as, of course, your cubby hole over there. So those are all areas, and even a shelf down here for carrying things. Then between the two seats, it's either a third seat or you can fold it down and you've got a nice storage place over there between driver and passenger, and of course your basic tools. And standard on Chinese built vehicles, you've even got a fire extinguisher over there. So all those are features on the vehicle. Cloth covered seats and a pretty spacious cab overall. 5-speed manual gearbox over here. And I have to say that maybe it's because it's a new vehicle, I'm not sure, but you definitely need to warm up the engine a little bit and warm up the gearbox. It does help. It's very tight and tough when it's cold. And that shift across the gate from second to third generally is a little bit of a tough shift. But maybe it's, as I said, will get a lot better as the vehicle gets a little bit newer, a little bit more run in along the way. Something that you've just got to be aware of and drive around more than anything. So overall, how many vehicles and how many trucks do you get with a 1.6 ton capacity that you can drive with a standard driver's license, by the way, which does make a difference too. So you don't need special heavy duty licenses for this vehicle. It's got that space, it's got the load capacity, it's got all of those things. But what is amazing about this vehicle is when I tell you the list price of this version, as we're in now, the luxury version, is 242,000 Rand. I'm rounding it off. And in fact, when this video is being made beginning of June, they are currently offering you even a 15,000 Rand discount on that price. And that includes a 3-year, 90,000 kilometer service plan and a 5-year, 150,000 kilometer warranty, all included. You can say what you want about Chinese vehicles, and you can say what you want about how they are, etc. But all I can tell you is, in my book, this is called value for money. And if you're looking for a working truck and you don't want to spend fortunes, you certainly need to check this one out. It's built and suitable, as far as I'm concerned, for the job concerned. check it out. For Motor Matters, I'm Eleanor, and I'll see you next time.